Hello everyone, my name is SunnyNightmares and I just want to welcome you to my first YouTube video. So as you can see, I am just sketching a simple little character. It's probably going to be my avatar for the rest of my YouTube career or whatever you want to call it. He or they or whatever the heck they are. It's like a form of one of my OCs I've made. In that world, it's very simple. The characters or the people there are mostly part animal, and that's how it's been for years. It's got a mask on because I don't want anyone to know my true identity because I like to be all mysterious and stuff. So I'm going to let you watch me draw this person. Don't really have much backstory for him. This is the first time I've drawn him, and it was really nice because I haven't been able to draw like this in a while. You know, the stress of life and stuff. I also need to tell you guys, or just excuse the chat thing. I was trying to stream earlier, and for some reason it just doesn't pop up on my screen like it did there, so I didn't even notice the thing was there until I finished recording. So yeah, just be a bit patient with me there. But yeah, as you can see, I'm doing the line art, or this is the first line art sketch, just so that I know what I'm doing and everything's a bit clearer. And then I like to put the color on before I make the line art because it just looks nicer, it looks fuller, and it doesn't look like it's all over the place. And I also find it very therapeutic to erase the parts that I don't want instead of using the lasso tool. I know some people like it easier, but for me, I just like to make it a bit more difficult for myself. It's more stimulating, and it's very satisfying to do it as well. So that's what I like. Um, I had a difficult time deciding on what colors I wanted, so I primarily just took what I wear, and some of my favorite colors, like the hair is orange, which is my favorite. I have a gray jacket, but mine doesn't have a zip, it's more like a hoodie. And I also have a green pair of jeans. They're very stretchy and flimsy and stuff, so it doesn't even have a zip, so that's nice. Also, when I pronounce stuff, it's just how I am. It's where I'm from. It's how we say stuff in my country. But yeah, this is more or less the character. And the cup is large because I love coffee. I'm absolutely like addicted to coffee. I just can't have enough of it. And as you can see here, I'm just doing some cell shading. I'm trying to learn how to be a bit more efficient on how I shade stuff because I'm always challenging myself to do like rendered stuff and it never comes out good because I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. So I learned from a game on how to shade. So this is very simple cell shading. And I tried my best to make sure everything came from a one singular direction. Um, and I'm trying to make certain stuff pop more, like the hair and of course the mask I made. This is actually, the mask is inspired from a song, uh, and it's a really nice song. I find it very catchy and it makes me feel something, um, like a sense of like fight or flight, as well as you know, something is off. I love how things, even though they're very subtle, have a very off vibe to it, I guess. The back to the artwork. As you can see, the chat thingy is it is way more pungent and pops out a lot more because of the background. It sucks a little. Um, that's okay. It's totally fine. Just don't mind it. And then of course the artwork, I'm doing the line art for it now. As you can see, I'm swapping between layers and so on, just so that I can perfect the shading and the how it looks and the feel, how it feels better, feels worse. With art, you really need to learn how to notice things. Like, as you can see, I actually have an undercut. Yes, his hairstyle is inspired by mine. I'm still growing out my hair so that it is actually long enough to tie up. So that's where that is. As you can see, I actually made that part darker because when you do cut your hair, it's very dark and it gets like that. So I had to make that clear. Of course, there's the hoodie. I'm doing chicken scratch at the moment. I feel it is way more fulfilling because this is also how I draw on paper and so on. It just feels more natural because I've been doing it quite a bit. There I had to change the color because I couldn't see my line art and color theory be theorying. So I had to change the color so I'm able to see what I'm doing. Eventually I get rid of it, so don't worry too much about that. I also had to change the shape of the cup because that square thing was not working for me. So I took some inspiration from a family member's cup and it worked out a little better than the first one, so that was fine. Also, to draw the handle and stuff, I guess I could have done a better job. Later in the video, you will also see that I had to change the arm because it just looked weird after I did the line art. So there's that. And the pants itself came out alright. I'm always a little unsure what to do at the parts where I'm always a little unsure what to do at the parts where the legs and so on come to the knee, because it's a little hard to figure out if you need folds or not there. And then of course the tail is alright. I had to make the color a bit lighter so I can actually see where I put the line art. You can see the line art is still pretty messy even though I finished the whole thing. Because I decided, you know what, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm not going to make it too perfect, too messy. I did put some effort in it. And the whole thing, actually, the whole thing came up pretty alright. As I've said, I'm just happy that I was able to draw like this because I haven't been able for a while. As I like to put too many expectations on myself, otherwise I don't work, and if I do put too many expectations on myself, I don't work. So you see what I'm going with here anyway. But yeah, so that's more or less what I have. Now, for me, I have a lot of stuff that I like to talk about. This is my first video, I'm not sure if anyone's gonna see it. But if you guys like my art, please like and subscribe, and that will really help me out to see if people like my content. I just like to make weird little doodles and stuff. I also like to do art for Dungeons and Dragons, and I often do commissions. If this channel ever becomes famous, maybe I won't do commissions for like YouTube and stuff because that's gonna be way too much for me and I cannot make millions of commissions at a time. I don't think anyone will, and I don't think they can, or they do. If you do, shout out to you, cause good luck with that. And be proud of yourself because hell, I wouldn't be able to. Yeah. I had to change the background here, and as you can see, there it is. The very bad arm. It looked like a giant hand and I did not like it, so I had to change it. And as you can see, I'm actually pretty lazy in organizing my layers and stuff. I'm the kind of artist that just kind of wings it. Like, I just turn the layer on and off to see where what it is. But yeah. So I wasn't sure what to do with the feather, so I just put like a little triangle at them because I've seen, I think some birds and stuff have that kind of stuff, like very Indian type styled thing. So not very much, just a little bit, just to style it a bit so it doesn't look so weird. And of course the fangs, you can think of it like a bird cat or like a griffin in a type thing. Yeah, that's about it. And now for the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. To those who have watched my video, I appreciate it. And once again, I'm gonna ask you to like and subscribe for more content. And I hope to see you guys soon in the next one. Have a great day, guys, and bye bye.